Many of us have preconceived notions about millionaires and how they achieve their wealth. Today, we're going to debunk some of these myths and uncover the truth about what it takes to become a millionaire. You just might find that you're well on your way to becoming a millionaire yourself. Myth 1. Millionaires are all born into wealth. False. While some millionaires may have inherited their wealth, the vast majority are self-made and achieve their wealth through hard work, smart investing, and entrepreneurship. This myth suggests that only people from affluent families can become millionaires, and that those without a wealthy background have little chance of achieving financial success. However, the truth is very different. According to a study by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko, authors of The Millionaire Next Door, only about 20% of millionaires inherited their wealth. Self-made millionaires come from all walks of life and all types of backgrounds. They may have grown up in modest households, started their careers with low-paying jobs, or faced other financial obstacles along the way. But what sets them apart is their dedication to building wealth and their willingness to take calculated risks. So what does make a millionaire? Well, there are certainly some traits that they tend to share. This includes a strong work ethic, a focus on long-term goals, and a willingness to learn and adapt. They also tend to be frugal with their spending, which allows them to save and invest more for the future. Myth 2. Millionaires are all high earners. While having a high income can certainly help, it's not the only factor in becoming a millionaire. This myth implies that the only way to become a millionaire is by earning a high income, and that people with average or low incomes have little chance of achieving financial success. That's not true at all. In fact, a high income isn't the only factor in becoming a millionaire. Living below your means, saving and investing consistently, and avoiding debt can help you build wealth regardless of your income level. Living below your means in particular is a key factor in achieving financial success. This is because when you're spending less than you earn, it gives you the ability to save and invest the difference. If you're able to do this, then anyone, regardless of income level, will be able to build wealth over time. Now, let's be honest. If you have a high income, it would be easier to have extra funds to save and invest, but it's not a guarantee. There are many high-income earners who squander their opportunity for financial success because of poor money management habits, living lavishly, or making poor financial decisions. Living frugally, prioritizing saving and investing, and finding ways to generate more income will help you build wealth and set you on the path to becoming a millionaire. Myth 3. Millionaires are lucky. Implying that millionaires achieve their wealth through chance or good fortune, rather than through hard work, discipline, and smart decision-making, takes away from the commitment. While luck may play a role in some people's success, most millionaires have had to work for their wealth. Some may have just been in the right place at the right time or benefited from a lucky break, but the reality is that most self-made millionaires have often worked long hours, taken risks, and made sacrifices along the way to achieve their financial goals. Doing this would have developed habits and strategies that allowed them to consistently grow their wealth over time. For example, millionaires often prioritize educating themselves about how and where to invest their money, while also avoiding things that would hurt their wealth growth, such as avoiding debt. This not only helps them to learn and grow, but it gives them the freedom to jump on opportunities that may show up. Another big concept is that millionaires often surround themselves with like-minded people, meaning they build supportive networks by seeking out mentors, advisors, and peers. So what looks like luck to you and me could very well be the fruition of a friendship or business partnership that had been growing for several years. Myth number 4. Millionaires are all flashy spenders. We all know of a neighborhood that boasts huge houses and expensive cars, and we think everyone there has to be a millionaire. Not necessarily true. Society has drilled into our brains that millionaires live a flashy and extravagant lifestyle. They travel constantly, spend their money on luxury goods and services, and they do it out in the open so that we can all see. But you'll find several concepts continue to come up when talking about how people build wealth and millions. Many millionaires live below their means, are frugal with their spending, and prioritize saving and investing wisely for the future. They understand the value of money and are careful with how they use it. In fact, many practice simple living, meaning they avoid extravagant lifestyles and unnecessary expenses. In reading The Millionaire Next Door, you'll find that most drive modest cars and live in modest homes, even though they could afford more luxurious options. Many millionaires understand the importance of delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is just a fancy term for a simple idea: putting off something you want right now in order to get something even better later on. This is a powerful concept when it comes to investing and saving. Instead of spending all your money now, you can save some of it and invest it in things that will grow over time. Millionaires know if they postpone some purchases and focus on long-term financial goals rather than indulging in immediate pleasures, they'll be able to build their wealth faster and more consistently. Myth number 5, millionaires have an expensive education. You don't need an expensive education to build wealth because there are many paths to financial success that don't require a formal education. For example, starting your own business or pursuing a passion project can lead to financial success without it. Many millionaires have learned through trial and error, experience, and self-education. By taking risks, developing their skills and knowledge, and learning from their mistakes, they would have learned more than some classes could ever teach. It's important to remember that education doesn't always equate to financial success. While it can be valuable, it's not a guarantee. There are many people who have attended prestigious universities and earned advanced degrees, but have not achieved financial success. Conversely, there are many people who have achieved their financial goals who didn't finish or even go for formal education. Successful entrepreneurs and business leaders like Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook, Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, and Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group. Myth number 6, millionaires don't take risks. Not even close. Millionaires are often successful because they take calculated risks. They understand that taking risks is a necessary part of achieving financial success, but they also know how to mitigate those hazards by carefully considering their options and making informed decisions. Let's look at 3 ways they do this. Entrepreneurship. Millionaires who achieve their wealth through growing a successful business knows that it requires taking a risk of investing time and money into the new venture. Successful business owners mitigate those risks by doing their research, identifying potential obstacles and challenges, and developing a strong business plan. Market investing. Firstly, they understand that any type of investing comes with some level of risk, but they take steps to minimize those by diversifying their portfolio, making informed investments after doing their research, and not being emotionally swayed into rash decisions. Career changes. Switching jobs or pursuing new opportunities can be terrifying and panic-inducing, but millionaires know that while making a large change like this brings levels of uncertainty, they know how to assess the potential risks and rewards. They may prioritize gaining additional degrees, achieving certifications, or simply spending their time learning through books, podcasts, and educational videos. Myth number 7, millionaires have it easy. The implication that once you become a millionaire, your life becomes easy and stress-free, and you no longer have to worry about money or financial issues is short-sighted. Becoming a millionaire and achieving a high net worth can provide a sense of security and stability, but it doesn't necessarily eliminate all financial concerns. In truth, the concerns may just change slightly. For instance, once you've attained a high net worth, you may worry even more about market fluctuations and economic conditions because you now have significant investments that can be affected. Also, the more money you have, the more complex your money life may become. You may have financial situations that you have to manage, like estate planning, tax management, or even struggling with the right decisions to preserve their financial legacy for future generations. These issues can be both time-consuming and highly stressful, regardless of how much you're worth. Don't let this money myth make it seem that they all have it easy. While you can afford more things in life, there are additional stressors, decisions, and plans that you'll have to manage. Achieving and maintaining financial success requires hard work, discipline, and commitment to lifelong learning and growth, even for millionaires. So there you have it, 7 millionaire myths busted. The truth is, becoming a millionaire is achievable for anyone with the right mindset and habits. We hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, share it with a friend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. We'll see you in the next one.